Welcome to another Toodles Art-Stream. I don't know what number this is. Probably like 14 at this point.
I'm going to call it the number pi.
Okay. 3.14. And today I've got a lot of catching up to do because the start of this month was not the best for me. I got some news that wasn't so great and it kind of threw me for a loop. So I really appreciate your guys' patience during that time.
This month.
Yeah, it was early this month. It was I think the first week of this month. But yeah. So thank you guys for your patience. I'm very sorry that the Mod Pi print for those who subscribe to the prints was so fucking late.
I like it though. It turned out really well.
Yeah, I liked it. I kind of plussed it up a bit to make up for it.
I like the crystals or the gems in the background.
Yeah, and then I gotta think of a thing to make it even more up to you if that it was so late for this next print. Oh shit! What is the next print?
What is it?
I don't know. I'll have to look on Patreon for that. But I don't want to go to that trouble. I'm going to move over this screen a little bit. So today I'm working on Ars Tech's sketch that he requested last month. Wait. Was it last month?
Oh, let's see. We are cruising into August here. It looks like it'll be Spitfire.
Oh, yeah, it is Spitfire. That's
Followed by Octavia, Vinyl Scratch, Derpy Hooves, Apple Bloom, Scootaloo, Sweetie Belle, and Zakora.
Yep, okay. Yeah, so Spitfire will probably have some extra little fun things for you guys. Up for the fact that Mod Pi was so late, and hopefully Spitfire isn't late.
Well, it's a pity that couldn't have happened in September then.
What about September?
Oh, that's the Octavia print.
Oh, well. Alright. I'm gonna get to sketching. Alright, so this is something that Ars Tech requested, and it's late, really late, and I apologize to Ars Tech for that if he's here. I don't think he is, but
he does not appear to be yet.
I'm gonna be working on that first. He requested FatCat from Chippendale Rescue Rangers to be dressed as Dr. Belloc from Indiana Jones. I think that's how you say his name. I haven't watched that movie in forever, so I don't know. But yeah, it's supposed to go with that drawing of Chip recreating like the iconic switcheroo scene from the first movie.
Right, and this is recreating the iconic scene after he gets out of the temple, risks his life, and gets everything pleasantly taken away from him by a very lazy archaeologist.
Well, this is more of, I think this is just like a character drawing. I don't think it's him.
I'm sorry. I'm looking at that figure there, the actual figure. It looks like Indy in a white suit.
They probably just used the same figure that they had for Indy, changed the face just a tiny bit, and then just put him in a suit.
Yeah, good enough as any.
Yeah. Let's see. You know what? I'm actually gonna select all and move that over here, so I don't have to switch between pages. Whoa, that's really fucking tiny.
What resolution are we working at here?
I don't know. It was really small.
All of it.
8-bit.
8-bit FatCat.
I have a feeling that FatCat's gonna be like a real bitch to draw. He looks like a character that would be a real bitch to draw.
Well, it matches his character then. What makes a character a real bitch to draw? Because I've heard... Oh, who is it? I think it's Charlie Brown.
Really? Charlie Brown?
I've heard people say about him.
Maybe the whole thing with Charlie Brown is that like it's a weird effect where it's like, oh, the character's so fucking simple, but like so iconic that like,
you just have to
get it slightly wrong, it's like, oh, that looks way off. What the fuck?
I also recall reading that Scott Adams had a hard time drawing the top of Dogbert's head.
Who's Dogbert again?
The dog in Dilbert.
Oh, yeah, okay.
The little round egg-shaped dude.
I think also, like, in general, big-chinned characters like Tigger and FatCat and, say, Launchpad from DuckTales and Darkwing Duck are kind of harder to draw because their chins are just so weird.
Big-chinned or big-necked?
Chinned. Like, FatCat has a big chin. Come on,
He has a big everything.
Well, yeah, but because he's fat. I don't know.
Joe Swanson. Is that the guy from Family Guy?
Yes.
Yeah, he does have a big chin as well.
Yes, you do. So, Matt, how is your week? I feel like I haven't talked to you in a long time. Except for on the podcast.
I can't believe how quick this week has been.
Yeah.
And yet how long ago Monday seems.
Yeah.
Long story short, the week was good. I got back from a very relaxing vacation and jumped right back into work.
Yeah.
Dealing with a very interesting character who was an opposing party in a case.
Yeah.
I'll spare you the personal opinions. And I don't know why, but is it bad that I can't remember most of Tuesday or Wednesday? Anything definitive about them, aside from maybe the podcast?
Yeah.
I did stuff and things this week, and then Thursday rolled around, did a lot of networking and communicating with people, and a lot of invoicing. I find myself falling so far behind on a regular basis. And then this morning I was out in San Bernardino, arguing a restraining order, and I won.
Nice.
Yay. How about yourself?
Tuesday I went to a studio for work.
Ooh, what sort of studio?
A movie studio.
Are you at liberty to say which one?
No.
Aww. Are you doing something for that studio?
Yes, we're doing toys for that studio for a thing that they've been working on that I cannot say because it has not been announced. It will not be for a while.
You've said too much.
Nah. But yeah, it was fun. It was cool.
Cool.
It was a cool
What all
experience.
were you, and to the extent that you can say and not violate an NDA, what were you doing at the studio that necessitated you going to the studio?
Presenting preliminary concepts.
Gotcha. Were they well received?
Uh-huh. Like, it went really well.
Awesome.
Yeah. Like, one of the first reactions out of the people that we presented to was, "Holy shit! I love it." there was quite a character that was sitting next to me, and that's the one that shouted that, and I'm like, okay.
Well, congratulations on knocking out of the park first try. That's got to feel pretty good.
Yeah. It was a good meeting, and it's not just me on the it was the whole team that was there, presenting all of our concepts for the stuff we each worked on. Multiple different things. But yeah, work's been fun. A little bit stressful now that we've got 6 different brands that we're working on right now. But yeah.
Lovely. When are you actually able to talk about the work you're doing?
When they come out. Well, technically, one I can talk about because it's posted on our website, our Funrise website, is we're doing toys for Luna Petunia. They're coming soon. But yeah. And Luna Petunia is a really cute show that's actually produced by Cirque du Soleil.
Really?
Yeah, they've got like a Cirque du Soleil Junior thing going on, and they made a show called Luna Petunia, and it's all about positivity and making the impossible possible.
Hippies.
Cirque du Soleil. Have you seen any of their shows?
I've not. I've never found myself... Well, no, I take that back. I suppose I have had the opportunity. I've seen them around town, just never actually booked one of their originals. And they have stuff in Vegas, and, well, I just don't get to Vegas all that much.
Yeah.
I've heard they're quite the experience.
Yeah, they're really good. I believe I've seen 5 of their shows, 5 or 6. Let's see. I've seen Lanuba, Draleon, Ovo, Verikai. Oh, there was another one, but I don't remember the name. What is this? I didn't want the wheel of fortune to come up on my screen.
There's an X in the middle of it. Try clicking that.
I'm trying. Oh no!
It doesn't seem like it's working.
Wait.
How about the... radial menu. Okay.
I got it.
Yeah. It was the radial menu you brought up.
Oh no. Okay, what did I do? Okay, got it. Fixed. Sometimes I lean on my table and then my arm just grazes some of these buttons and stuff on the side of my tablet, and it's like, oh, you want to do stuff? And I'm like, no, I never touch these. I don't need it. Let's see.
Goes to show, for as smart as computers get, they're only as good as what they actually receive as an input.
Does this guy have a cane? I don't think he has a cane. Shit.
I don't believe he does.
I feel like he's a dude that would have a cane, though. I guess I'll have him hold it.
They're just so much trouble to manage in the jungle.
Yeah, I guess so. He'll just be holding his pocket watch that the figure has.
There you go. MLP OC.
And yesterday, it was one of my coworkers' birthdays, so we did like a birthday lunch, and we ate at this little rustic French place called, I don't even know, the La Pan Quantidette or something like that. And they actually had gluten-free and dairy-free stuff. And I had like a tabbouleh crispy cake.
Ooh, that sounds tasty.
And it, had hummus on the side and tomato sauce dribbled on top. It was pretty good. I was like,
Sarah,
hey.
Sorry to interrupt. I just did a quick Google search for René Belloc.
Mm-hmm.
And I love some of the action figures I'm finding of him. He's got an automatic, I'm going to call it a rifle. Yeah, automatic rifle in his hands.
Yeah. I honestly, I don't remember this character in the Indiana Jones series, so I gotta rewatch, I guess.
He made a couple of appearances in Raiders of the Lost Ark.
Okay.
Before his face melted.
Oh yeah, he was that guy. Okay.
So he shows up right at the beginning when, spoiler alert for anyone that hasn't seen the movie yet. If you haven't, you really need to, and I'll take about a minute. Come back in a minute. Go get a drink. First time he shows up is after Indy gets the idol, comes out of the temple. He's the one that takes it away from him.
Yeah.
Then when they're in the desert, and remember that dude in the tent that's romancing Indy's girl counterpart?
Yeah.
That's him as well.
Oh, okay.
And then when the arc melts everybody's faces, his is one of the faces that melts. He's the dude in the white suit.
Okay. I guess he just wasn't that memorable.
You know, for as primary a position as he holds in some of those scenes, he is kind of forgettable.
Mm. Drummer Shy was asking, why are you on Skype? And I'm like, Discord don't have no screen share.
Straight up, yo.
Oh my god, I'm so excited for the long dark story mode. I'm so fucking excited. Coming up so soon! This month went by so fast. I think I gotta see if there's an update on that Wacom driver or something, because my drawing on this has not been great. Like, it's weird. The brush is weird. It's choppy. And it hasn't been like that before. Like, I think the past couple of streams I've been just kind of putting up with it. But this time I'm just like, it's really pissing me off. But I can't just stop the stream and like download something and then restart my computer. I'll have to do that for next time. So why is his watch in his right pocket if he grabs it with his left hand?
It's a very good question.
Toy design.
I mean, perhaps you can reach across into the vest and pull it out that way.
I guess, but
It must be coming from inside.
well, it is. There's probably like a pocket on the right side of the vest and that he pulls it from, but I'm just like, well, if you're left-handed, then why don't you just put it in your left pocket?
Because when you're reaching inside of a vest, it's very awkward. Reaching across the body to get inside of a coat is a lot easier than on the outside. If it's the outside, then yeah, it's right straight down.
Okay. I guess that's a guy thing to know. Should he be wearing pants or should he just be like FatCat?
No, it's FatCat.
Okay. You think the white jacket and hat is enough?
If you need white pants to pull off the look, then there's a problem. That unless you're at Wimbledon, in which case white shorts is almost the norm.
Let's see. 2 buttons. As opposed to FatCat's 1. Dermashai's trying to contact you, Matt. He's like, hey, can you see the chat?
Yes, I can see the chat.
He just doesn't check it very often, I guess. Let's see.
No, I was busy looking up information on René Belloc, played by Paul Freeman, who is the main antagonist in Raiders of the Lost Ark. He is a French archaeologist who takes credit for Indiana's findings by following his exploits and then securing the artifacts after Indiana completes efforts to initially retrieve it.
What a jerk.
It, them... Wikipedia, your grammar is atrocious. Anyway, yes. Spoiler alert as well, he too dies at the end of the movie.
Honestly, if nobody's seen Raiders of the Lost Ark at this point, it's their fault.
Yes, this is true. Although I do wonder. Have you seen Casablanca?
No.
Have you seen The Maltese Falcon?
No. I think I've seen bits of Casablanca, if that's the one where, like, it has the man and a woman on the tarmac and there's, like, a small plane behind them and the guy's, like, romance shit.
The romance shit, huh?
Yeah. Really sappy stuff.
If you don't get on that plane, you're going to regret it. Maybe not now, but soon.
Yes.
Yeah, that's where that iconic scene is from.
Didn't Ratatouille kind of riff on that?
Did they?
I think Linguini was watching, like, he fell asleep watching it, and like it had that, like, the guy and the girl, and then the plane in the background, and
I need to rewatch that
we'll
movie.
always have Paris or something like that.
Oh my gosh, I need to rewatch that movie and find out. If that's true, great catch.
Tend to remember random stuff in Disney movies. Drummer Shy saw the Emoji Movie. God rest his soul. Me and Jeff are gonna see it, but we're gonna watch it for free because we're gonna sneak in.
You know, here's the amusing thing.
Yeah.
Lego Movie. Everyone rolled their eyes at. Turned out to be really good. Inside Out. I don't know. You followed that one a little closer than I did in terms of the the prelude to it. Mm-hmm. Were people questioning that or rolling their eyes at it?
I don't really think I noticed anybody being like, "Oh, Inside Out."
But it turned out to be really good. Here, I was listening to the radio, and one of the stations I listened to, they do movie reviews in the morning. Yeah. And the dude that does them, he does a little 6-second review of each movie that's coming out for the weekend. Yeah. He admitted he didn't see it, and he said to skip it.
Yeah.
He said he put it under his life's too short list.
Matt, if you don't know, it for the first 30-something reviews, it had a 0% on Rotten Tomatoes.
I know, but this raises the question. Of any of those reviews, did anyone actually watch it?
What's funny is one of the reviews I was reading is...
Because I think right now The Room has a higher rating than that.
No, but one of the reviews I read was someone said, I don't think I can even come up with something funny for this review because this movie just made me want to die. And that was a critic's review of the movie.
I don't know. I'd say they were pretty critical of it. I mean, I would be happy to sit there and give it an honest review if I didn't have to pay for it. Because I'm imagining it's either going to be a diamond in the rough or a magnificent train wreck.
It's probably a magnificent train wreck.
Oh, I'm expecting it to be. Then again, sadly, and I'll admit this, I expected that of the Lego Movie too.
Yeah.
Because I expected it to be a quick cash-in on a known brand. But it actually had
Lego actually cares about their stuff.
As opposed to the owners of whatever emoji.
Well, I think it's Sony Animation. They turned down a Popeye movie and also Lauren Faust's Medusa movie to make this shit. And
really makes you think.
Yeah.
So there's a question for you, Sarah.
Yeah.
You think the Emoji Movie is going to get yanked from theaters in 2 weeks?
Oh, yeah. You know what's weird? Is that me and Jeffrey's local theater didn't play Captain Underpants at all. It never hit our theater. Which is super weird. Yeah, we saw it. We had to go to a different theater. We wanted to see it, and we're like, what the fuck? Why isn't our theater playing it?
Was it any good?
It was good. We liked it. It was good. It's, it's fun.
Was this your first or second part of your typical double feature?
It was it was the first part because since it was not in our theater, we were kind of concerned that it would go out of theaters quickly, so we just saw it first, paid for it. Plus, I can't remember. Well,
I was trying to be subtle about that whole paid for it thing, but
yeah. I think I wanted in the first place to just pay for it because it's supporting animation, and I had high hopes for it when we saw the trailers because it looked good. Let's see, that hat is not looking good.
When did the Popeye movie get the axe? I vaguely remember some buzz about it. I think I might even remember a trailer or something.
I think there was some test footage that was posted. I don't know if it was a legit trailer though. I don't remember when it was axed, but it was a while ago. It had that similar style that the Peanuts movie was made in.
Yeah, I remember that.
3D to made to look 2D sort of thing.
Mm-hmm.
And also it's a similar style that Captain Underpants was in, which is a wonderful style, and Sony Animation really needs to, like, you know, keep that, because I think that's one of the things that's kind of... Well, wait, did Sony Animation do Peanuts? Or was that someone else? I think I'm getting things mixed up.
The Peanuts movie, let's see, that was by... Blue Sky Studios.
Okay, so it's not Sony. But yeah, I guess so. There's a different few animation studios that are kind of clinging to that style, and I really want that to really take off, because, like, I love it.
Yeah, it was 20th Century Fox and Blue Sky Studios.
Oh, okay, cool.
Yeah, I really appreciated the way they did the Peanuts movie.
Mm-hmm.
And
Ooh.
I need to find out, I need to look more into the crew that did that, because they walked the knife's edge making that movie.
Yeah. Like, a lot of people were kind of like, oh, this is probably going to be bad. But it was actually good.
I mean, any of us that grew up with the original Peanuts movies and shorts, the Christmas, the Thanksgiving, the trip to Europe, the summer camp stuff, they managed to recapture that while updating it, while retaining the same style and heart.
Yeah. I feel like
How
they rejuvenated it in a way, too. Like,
they did.
My sister, she was never really a fan of the Peanuts stuff, but she liked this movie. She went to go see it, and she really liked it.
I do like that on IMDb, when you get to the cast section, the top billing goes to Trombone Shorty.
What?
That's the name, and it's the one that played Miss Oathmar, Miss Little Red-Haired Girl. Basically, he's the dude that played the trombone.
Yeah. That's so...
Trombone Shorty.
That's so weird that he got top billing.
Well, he was the first one on the cast list. Okay. I don't know if he got top billing, but I just found that placement amusing. Trombone Shorty was born in Treme, New Orleans, Louisiana, USA, as Troy Andrews.
What are you talking about, Jeremy Shea? He says he saw Dunkirk, and I don't understand why that USA Today person had to make that article.
I don't know about the day-to-day article. I want to see Dunkirk, though.
I don't think I can see it. Like, it looks like it's a good movie. I'm not knocking on it, but I just, like,
a little too intense.
Yeah, it feels like it's gonna be way too intense for me. I just can't. I don't like war movies, and a lot of the times I just can't handle stuff like that. Especially like when it's like based on real events and they're accurate. I just can't. I just it kills me.
I've been hearing the praise sung for the historical accuracy of this movie.
Right. Like,
and
Titanic, I don't like to watch it because it's like a real thing that happened, and like I see people being scared and dying, and I'm just like, I can't do this.
I just don't like to watch it for other reasons.
Yeah, well, true.
But
it especially gets unbearable for me when, like, you see that old couple that's, like, laying in the bed together and their room's filling with water. I'm just like, fuck this shit!
Yeah. Yeah.
And God forbid there be a scene where a kid's, like, looking for their mom and crying, and everybody's running around them. And I'm just like, shit.
Oh, you mean like Band of Brothers? That and pianos. I don't know what it was with pianos in Band of Brothers, but every single town they went to, there was a piano in the middle of the road.
There's a scene like that in the first Pirates movie when Barbossa's pirates first arrive to capture. Well, they try to capture William Turner, but they instead capture Elizabeth Swann because she lied about who she was. But yeah, there's like a small scene while there's like a lot of chaos going on where it has a little like 2-year-old child like screaming,
oh yeah,
Mommy!
crying in the street,
crying by themselves, and I'm like, no, don't do that to me.
Oh, so apparently the article he's referencing indicates or criticizes the movie for having no women in leading roles in Dunkirk, which is based on the British Army on the beach, getting the shit shelled out of them, strafed out of them, bombed out of them, shot out of them.
Like, fucking, okay, you gotta pick your battles for this shit, because, like... Yeah.
How do you fit women into that?
Women, I think, especially in the British Army, were just carriers for supplies in the Air Force. Mm-hmm. And there's only so much... Like, if you want to be historically accurate, there's only so much you can do for women, because...
And... You know what? It's almost a lose-lose battle in that sense, because I have to imagine there's someone out there that if you did that, they would say it's a token woman.
Yeah.
You just put it in there to make the women feel better.
Like, I feel like sometimes people like to just, like, be like, oh. I don't know. It's weird. Trying to find faults where they just shouldn't be found.
Yeah. I want to see... Let me be careful how I phrase this. Especially since we're recording, these words are permanent.
Oh, they're only available to patrons to rewatch, so... Zap says, nurses, office workers, air raid wardens, ferry pilots.
Ferry pilots.
Yeah. Right. But not really in combat where Dunkirk was happening, so...
It's a weird balance, because yes, you want to see more diversity by virtue of ability. Mm-hmm. You want to see any barriers that have been created broken and allow everyone to shine equally. But it's another thing entirely to take something that is where you have to shoehorn something in to make it work. Mm. And then complain about the fact that it wasn't brought in as much as you'd like to have seen it.
Yeah.
Oh, much agreed, Zap. He also notes that women were indispensable for their work at Bletchley Park.
Right. Like, I'm not saying that their work wasn't important. It obviously was. But yeah.
Actually, since he's brought up this topic, I will impose upon him in the chat to suggest... Well, actually, he hasn't seen the movie yet. But he knows enough about Dunkirk. Where would you put a woman in there in a leading role? He's probably hating me right now.
You don't have to answer that.
And I'm fully deserving of that hate.
C. Yes, I've seen some of The Loud House. Not a lot, but enough to get the gist.
What's it about?
It's about this boy who lives in a house with, I think, oh fuck, how many sisters does he got? He got a lot of sisters. I think 8 or 10, something like that. And it's just basically like a show that kind of revolves around, you know,
a house full of people.
A house full of people, especially girls. It's a good show though, what I've seen. I just feel sometimes it's a little repetitive. because it's like, oh, this episode Lincoln messes up and makes his sisters mad, and then by the end of the episode he makes up for his actions, doesn't learn anything because he repeats it in the next episode. I feel like it's a little repetitive on that front, like when it's...
Question for you, and this is based on the art, because I don't want to go too far before undos have to be done.
Yeah.
With the line that you, the vector you just drew for the watch chain,
Yeah.
I noticed that the anchor point was slightly off the bottom of it. I'm just thinking from a pure gravity standpoint that would be the part hanging lowest and it'd be a little more parabolic than a clean curve. Is that something that factors in, or is that how it would look from that angle? Or am I way overthinking it?
I think you're overthinking it.
I do that from time to time.
We're gonna leave it as is for now.
Anyway, Loud Family, or Loud House, sorry, Loud House.
Yeah, there was a thing recently where one of the girl characters was revealed to be bisexual, which is very cool.
Hi, Hero.
Hi, Hero. Matt with the extra thought. Let's see.
The thoughts are no problem. It's getting me to shut up that's the trick. And now Zap raises a very interesting point, if not a controversial one.
Yeah.
Or at least as I'll explain it. Pearl Harbor.
Yeah.
The movie.
Mm-hmm.
It was the weirdest love story set in one of the biggest tragedies of the war.
Yeah. I haven't seen that movie in a long time. And I don't really care to.
Yeah.
Jeffrey wants me to, but I'm just like, I think Pearl Harbor is one of his favorite movies, actually.
Really?
Yeah. He's like been begging me to watch it, and I'm just like, not really. I don't really feel like I want to watch it. But yeah.
And apparently I have induced vomiting in our good friend Zap by reference of that movie.
Like, I just remember, because sometimes in school when there was like tax tests going on, but your particular group didn't have a tax test for that day for some reason.
What's a tax test?
It's a test that it's like a standardized test that we had to take in Texas.
Oh.
Every year, or every other year at least. And there was one time where, our classroom wasn't really doing anything in particular, so they just put on a movie. And one of those movies was Pearl Harbor, and I just remembered not liking it. And the only scene that I can really remember is these piece of poop dudes being like, oh yeah, we're going to war, so let's pick up these ladies and guilt trip them into like being with us / maybe having sex with us. And I'm just like, ew. Ew. Like gross.
Well, how about the new Jurassic Park movie that has been mentioned?
Oh wait, you mean? Oh yeah, they're making another Jurassic World or whatever.
Yeah.
Well, is it Jurassic Park or Jurassic World?
Whatever they're calling it. It has dinosaurs on an island.
It says title's called Jurassic World: Fallen Kingdom. I mean,
it is exactly. Go ahead. Go ahead.
I don't know. Chris Pratt's character in that movie was kind of a pig, a little bit.
Well, yeah, but hang on. The Jurassic Park, Jurassic World movies. I mean, the one thing about this series I like, and I think it may be what works for Fast and the Furious, although I will admit I have seen maybe 1/4 of one movie. in that series combined. But I know enough people that have seen it to have gleaned some aspect of it. I think what works for Jurassic Park for me is you're going to get dinosaurs. They're going to terrorize an island. It will be a basic monster movie, and they don't really monkey with the concept. You know what you're going to get. They deliver it very well. Yeah. And to that extent, I think it'll be good. I'm looking forward to it in that aspect. Yeah. Will it bring anything new? I don't know. I don't think so, but I'm not expecting it to.
It's probably just going to be more dinosaurs eating people.
Hell yeah. And that makes for a good movie.
Like, there's one scene in Jurassic World. You've seen it, right, Matt? I'm assuming that pretty much everybody's seen it. But there is one scene. That secretary lady, she got the shit beat out of her.
Wrecked hard.
And I'm just like, why the fuck? Like, why
was no
that
call
necessary?
That just came right the hell out of left field.
Yeah, I'm just like, Jesus, the only like female character that gets killed, and she's just like a shit fest. Like, and I'm just like, what the fuck?
Who the hell in special effects did she piss off?
Apparently, in an earlier version of the film, she was like a really big bitch, and that was going to be like a payoff type of thing. But then they cut out her being a bitch,
and
so
everyone
she's
forgot
like
about
really
that.
nice to the kids, and then she just gets her shit fucked up, and I'm just like, what? What happened?
What happened is she got wrecked hard.
Yeah, I guess. Man. Like, damn. And, like, my favorite part of that movie is watching Jimmy Buffett get out of his seat, grab 2 martinis, and run off. Run away from pterodactyls. That's the best thing.
Well, I mean, what would you do in that situation?
I'd gulp those martinis down.
Gulp those martinis and grab a lead pipe. Let's go,
I would
Raptor.
actually get inside a fucking building instead of running down the alleyway.
No. Raptors can open doors. The first movie established this.
Well, it was only pterodactyls at that point.
There are always raptors.
Let's see.
That is strangely adorable.
This is one of C-Dot's characters. I think he might still be in the chat. I don't know.
I believe he is.
Let's see. I can actually check. Yep. This is one of C-Dot's characters in puppy form. Usually you see her in a pony version, which I've done before on my Patreon. But this is like a dog version. It's really cute. So
That would explain the flinking hearts.
Mm-hmm. Let's see. Select all. Move that over. I think Drummer Shy's implying that Jimmy Buffett was pandering, but I'm like, I mean, I guess Jimmy Buffett has a big enough following, but I don't know if I would call it pandering to have him in, like, of all movies, Jurassic World.
Yeah, I don't know if that's pandering.
Yeah.
As much as it is
like
just a great
funny cameo. Yeah.
It's like what was done with Sharknado. Yeah. The first one was amazing just on its own. The next one was great because some of the cameos that you're in this movie. All right. The third one was almost ruined by the cameos, I thought.
What movie are you talking about? Sorry.
Sharknado.
Oh, okay. Well, I haven't seen those, so
Oh,
can't really speak.
Sarah,
What?
we must fix this.
Oh. Well, you need to watch Miyazaki movies. Oh,
All
shit.
right.
Have you finished Porco Rosso yet?
No, you own it. I don't have it.
Shit.
And I'm not going to go pirate it off the internet.
Well, come over this weekend.
Yeah, okay, let me start driving. I have apparently killed Hirasashi. He has suggested I watch the Miyazaki movie of What the Ah. I'm not familiar with that one, but if I come across it, I'll certainly give it a look.
Kind of processing the fact that you have not seen a Miyazaki movie.
Oh, I had the feeling. It's just nice to remark on watching someone shifting from first to third without clutching.
Oops.
Or perhaps third to first. I'm not sure which is worse on the transmission. Probably third to first. Where is Jeffrey when you need him?
Nah, he's at the track.
What is there, a destruction coming up soon that I don't know about, or?
I don't know. I don't know what he and Tommy are doing.
You painting any more cars anytime soon?
I was gonna for the last derby thing, but I think he didn't have a car until really right before the event, so I couldn't do anything about that. So I was gonna do it be like a pirate ship. I have like PVC pipes in the garage right now to make into a mast, and then I'm gonna be using old sheets that we have as the sails, because we really need to get rid of
for a derby car or a trailer.
For a derby car. They'll probably fall off in the first 2 seconds. I think that's what he said. It was going to be a derby car. But maybe it'll be a
I don't know.
car.
You remember the way we constructed those ears for Judy Hopps?
Yeah.
I want to make a derby car for him that he can't break. The rest of the car will die, but everything we add will still be on it.
Mm-hmm. Poor Hero probably had a heart attack from you saying that you haven't seen Miyazaki movies.
I've seen parts of... Wait, what's the one with the girl that turns into water, or water and turns into a girl, or something like that? It's a fish girl.
Thinking of Ponyo.
Ponyo.
She doesn't turn into water. She turns into a fish.
Yes.
It's basically Miyazaki's version of The Little Mermaid.
I have seen that one.
Yeah. It's not even like... I think I have to rewatch Ponyo, because when I first watched it, I'm just like, it was alright.
That was my takeaway of it, too.
Yeah. But I also had that opinion of Howl's Moving Castle, but then when I watched it a second time, I think I probably understood the themes a little bit better, because I was younger when I watched it for the first time, and I was like, I just don't fucking understand anything.
My takeaway for that movie was never let that mom drive ever again.
Yeah. But yeah, you gotta finish Porco Rosso, and then I've actually for Christmas.
Well, you know what? I was ready to finish the movie, but we did have other things to do.
Yeah.
I just want to give you shit. I also appreciate the tongue. On your character, for those of you who may have this window minimized for whatever reason. Shut up. Yes. So apparently everyone else in the chat here has seen Miyazaki movies.
Yeah.
And recommends them highly.
Yeah.
I've had very strong recommendations to see them. It's just a matter of having the opportunity.
Yeah. Yeah.
I have nothing against them. However, at minimum, yours is the closest source I have.
Yeah.
Aside from pirating the shit out of them, which I do not wish to do.
I wonder if any of your local theaters, because mine is doing like special Miyazaki days. I don't know how much the tickets are. But I haven't seen Pompoko. I kind of don't want to because it looks weird.
It was a 2017 Ghibli Fest.
Yep. That's what's happening at my theater. They're showing some Ghibli movies.
Oh, gee, if you wanted me to see these movies, you could have mentioned this.
I thought I did.
You may have, and I forgot, but I don't think you did.
I think I did.
Well, we've just passed the Kiki's delivery service of July 23rd and 24th, but it looks like we have Castle in the Sky coming up in August 7th and 28th. There's also Nausicaa, Spirited Away, and Howl's Moving Castle.
Yep.
Of those, do you recommend any in particular?
Read the list again, sorry.
It looks like we have Castle in the Sky, which features a dead golem with tits.
Yeah. Tits? What?
Little breast things on him.
All right.
I apologize for the crude.
I don't remember it having tit-like things on it, but okay.
Hear that. There. That is the page of which I'm consulting. You can let everyone else see it as well.
Yes, I will. Once it loads. Let's see. Castle in the Sky.
Hang on. It'll be up toward the top.
Okay. God damn it. Fathom events. Oh, okay.
There it is.
I guess.
What do you call those?
Alright, I guess. I guess. It doesn't look quite like that in the film, though.
Then there's the female version of Kit Cloudkicker on an airboard.
Is this the list that...
Yeah, that's what I was looking at up top.
Totoro, Kiki, but some of these are already gone.
Yeah.
So you've got Castle in the Sky, Nausicaa, Spirited Away, and Howl's Moving Castle. Spirited Away is definitely a must, but Castle in the Sky is probably that one's a really good one. Nausicaa's pretty good, but I think you can probably wait for that one because I own that. Technically I own all of these now, so.
I like that Spirited Away with the ghostly apparition there is October 28th or 29th and 30th.
Yeah. All of them are good.
Although that being said, scrolling down the page and looking at Spirited Away with the pigs there, it's actually a more appealing title card in that sense. I don't know why.
Yeah, it adds mystery. It's like, why the fuck are there pigs? I guess. I don't know.
You make a very valid point.
Castle in the Sky is a really good one. I would say, Spirited Away is one of those, trump card type of... Oh, you just have to see that one. That's, the big one.
Okay.
But I think Castle in the Sky is probably, the second best out of that group.
Well, why don't you come on down here and we'll see it on the big screen?
Maybe.
And we'll go play a little putt-putt.
Yeah. I haven't played putt-putt in a long time.
Do you want it dubbed or subbed?
I really don't mind the dubs that Disney's done.
No. Alright.
I enjoy the dubs for... especially Spirited Away, the dub's fine. Castle in the Sky, the dub's fine. I own all of the DVDs I own of the movies are all the dubs. I know a lot of people are really purist about oh, you just gotta do the subs. And sometimes subs suck, but that doesn't apply for Miyazaki movies.
I like it. We got one here. We can go to the Lazy Dog, grab a little brunch, go over to the theater, catch a movie. I'm liking this plan.
Yeah. Let's see, what day is that? Spirited Away? October?
29th for the 29th for the dub of October.
Okay. Cool. Well, I guess we'll probably need to get our tickets relatively soon.
You think so?
Yeah, I mean, there's a lot of Ghibli fans. I don't want to put it to chance.
Fair enough. There are at least 3 theaters down here that are doing it.
You know what I like doing?
What?
Is I like doing rough sketches on my computer, and then I like taking them to my iPad and doing like just kind of like adding to it a little bit.
What, like detail work or?
Yeah, a little bit of detail plus just kind of like going over the lines with like the app that I have that I've been using is really good with simulating pencil textures and other brush textures.
Have a good night, Jummershy.
And like with your stylus that you can use with the iPad Pro, if you tilt it, it actually acts like a real pencil, and it actually can do like shading. And I love doing that. I love it. Because it's like, it's non-messy graphite shading, and I'm like, yay!
Here's the amusing part to me. That's in an app, and this is in Adobe Photoshop CC 2017.
Yeah, like, I can get really good pencil stuff, but I have to pay money.
Mm-hmm.
For, like,
and this is available in an app.
Yeah, the app was like $5.99, and I can get all of the good shit. Plus, I feel like it's just really more natural drawing on a screen.
As opposed to a tablet looking at a screen?
Yeah.
Complete side note, I just saw Drummershy's typo. He corrected it, and it's what directed me to it. Yeah. Originally, he said he's going to go be Sarah.
Oh.
I would find that very difficult to emulate you.
Cute.
But getting back to the actual art, I do appreciate the pose. I like the strong playfulness of it.
Yeah.
That is a dog and or puppy that knows what it wants.
Cute.
Especially with those.
The waggy tail?
Yeah.
Oops. I don't think I saved. There we go. Now I've saved. Well, it's been an hour.
Yeah.
I actually got the sketching that I wanted to do done. I want to show people. I'll show you close up my May sketch that I did earlier. Nope, not new. Shit. Not new.
Keep the new one open.
I'll open anything if I want to. So yeah, this is a little doodle I did of May on a postcard. Cute.
So when you say you doodled that on a postcard, that's pencil, or is that in Photoshop here?
It's on a pen, and it was on a, it didn't come with Mod Pi this time, but like most of the time when I mail my cards, there's usually like a white blank paper over top the print.
To protect the image.
Yeah, I ran out of those, and I was like, shit, I'd have to run to the store and waste another day to get these out. I'm like, I'm sure they'll be fine.
Well, I'll tell you, mine got here just fine.
Yeah. But it is like nice to have that extra protection, so I have to go and buy some more.
I didn't realize you were the one that added those.
Yeah. But you think the mail people open my mail and insert?
No, truth be told, I had no idea how you printed, posted, or any of these. I just assumed they showed up in my mailbox.
Okay. Oh, okay. So
I
you
didn't know
kind
if
of
you had
figured
like
it was
professional printing or.
I just go to the Office Depot next door. They've been pretty good with my prints. There was one person who was
Also
really good with my stuff, and then she left, and it was like really sad. I'm like, no, but there's another guy that's pretty good with doing it right.
He gets it.
Yeah, and he I think he worked with her for a little while, and she probably like told him how to do it.
Nice. I mean, honestly, it's not what you know. Sometimes it's who you know.
Yeah.
And finding people you know that know what they're doing.
Yeah. She was so good. I got her a Starbucks gift card one time during Christmas because I'm like, you take good care of me, and I really appreciate the work that you do for me. So please have this like $15 Starbucks card. And she's like, oh my god, that's so nice.
That's really sweet.
But yeah.
So what do you think? We've been doing an hour. We've been going for an hour. You've got done that which you have set out to do.
Yeah.
What now?
I don't know.
You don't?
Yeah. Well, Matt, do you have any ideas? You still need to have a sketch request.
I do, don't I?
Yeah. But there's people.
There are people.
Yeah.
I mean, I could type them into Skype, but then again, you'd click over to that window and everyone would see them.
Text it to me.
Well, I could do that. Actually,
like I text it and
that is what I will do.
Okay, you text it and then I start drawing it. Is that
exactly? I'll let you pick one of the four. I'm curious to see.
Okay. You don't favor one more than the others, and you're not gonna get disappointed if I choose the wrong one.
Nope.
Okay. Let me go grab my phone. Okay. Battery is sufficiently charged.
Oh, thank goodness. I just sent the text.
Let's see.
Uh-huh.
For a second, I thought there was only 3 because I'm associating 2 things as the same thing.
Yeah, okay.
But I'm gonna do.
I have a feeling you might pick the 4th, but don't let that influence you've already decided on.
I've already decided on that one.
You did?
Yeah.
Awesome. Let's not tell anyone.
Can you find the NASCAR logo and send that to me?
Sure.
Nobody's not gonna know what it's for.
Nope. I imagine that this...
Oh, you know what? I'm gonna switch. Oops.
That should do it, I hope.
Yep. Thank you. Okay. I'm gonna flip the canvas on this.
Actually, I think there is one person in this chat that would know why the NASCAR logo is important here.
Yeah, they might have forgotten.
I don't think Zap forgets many things.
Oh, okay. Well, Zap, is he free to guess?
Sure.
At this point? Okay.
Especially now that I've called him out on it.
Yeah. He's probably not watching at this point.
Oh, no. There is only so much,
So
I don't know. So much of us he'll take.
I'm drawing this completely from memory. Zap,
He
you
missed
said you missed it. So...
In that case, he gets to guess, too.
Yep.
I love that you're drawing it completely from memory.
Yeah.
I'm very curious to see how this is going to turn out.
I do think I have access to reference. I'm not sure if it's on my computer, but it's definitely on my photo bucket.
Oh, yeah. I know you have access to the reference.
Do you know what bullshit photo buckets pull in?
Not recently, no. I haven't used them in years.
So basically, my gallery in the Acorn Cafe is obsolete now because photo buckets made it so that you can't. Zap's already guessed. That's funny. So they made it impossible to do third-party hosting.
Really?
Unless you either fork up $400 a year.
$400?
Yeah. It's stupid. It's so dumb. And now I have to, like, re-upload my shit, and, like, a lot of my stuff isn't even on my computer. It's on my other computer, and I'm like, shit.
I mean, that's $33 a month.
Yeah.
$1 and change.
Yeah, I think it's like either $20 a month or like $400 a year, and that's.
You'd be better off paying the $20 a month then.
Yeah, but still, that's ridiculous. It's so dumb. Photobucket sucks ass.
I remember when Image Shack used to be the one. Then Image Shack went by the wayside. Photobucket became the new norm. What's the going rate these days for free image hosting? And let's be real, there's nothing free.
Yeah, I don't know. I think Mayhem recommended Flickr. I don't know anything about that website. Like I've heard of it before, obviously, but I don't know anything about like if you have to pay for a subscription in order to host your stuff or not.
Here's the amusing part. When you're done with this sketch, I would love to see a reference picture to see just how close you've gotten.
Like I'm picturing that drawing. I wonder if Zap can maybe find it, or maybe not, because it's not on the cafe anymore. Shit. Because I know he's found some of my old drawings before.
Right. He's good at that.
I don't think he's gonna be able to this time. Like, very obviously, there's gonna be changes because my art style changed. But because like, I already know this is like way different than what she's supposed to look like.
So since Zap has already guessed it, I guess I'll fill everyone else in while you're drawing. The character's name is Skidmark. And Race tells the story far better than I can. But he was filming at Irwindale one time, and going into the 3rd mile turn, there is a large section of padding, I'll call it, so that any errant cars don't plow into the blunt concrete wall. One car plowed into this padding, and out popped a cat.
Unharmed.
Unharmed? No, no. It took off sprinting across the track. Understandably shocked at its sudden change of circumstances. And as a result, chatting with Sarah one night, we now have Skidmark, the track cat. Also, as a tangent you might appreciate, Sarah, while I was up in Alaska, up on the Kenai Peninsula,
yeah,
the small town I was in surprisingly had 2 breweries.
Yeah.
Which is weird when you consider the town is probably under 10,000 people.
Yeah.
One of them they distribute across Alaska and probably into the lower 48. The other one was St. Elias Brewing Company. Delicious beer.
Yeah.
As I recall, I think they did not have a cider on tap. It was a lambic, but close enough. Anyway, Berg and I were going to snap a picture of Skid or Elias there and send it along to you, but we never actually got around to it, unfortunately.
Oh, don't worry about it. How many fish did you catch?
You had to ask that question, didn't you?
Oh, 0?
No, definitely more than 0. So, we went, for those of you that are listening along, we went sockeye fishing up on the Kenai River. And for those of you that don't know, salmon, when they hit the river, the fresh water, after living their most of their life in salt water, they're going up to spawn and die. The second they hit fresh water, well, around the second they hit fresh water, they stop eating, especially sockeye. So fishing with bait doesn't really work. What you do is you take a fishing pole and line, and you get a weight on part of it, and about 2 or 3 feet down, you get a bare hook. There's no bait. You don't really need a lure. They're not looking for it. They're just swimming up with their mouths open. Yeah. So you toss it out into the current, let it float down. You toss it up into the current, let it float down. You're going along the bottom where they're swimming. In the optimistic hope that you will find a fish in the river where the line will pass through their mouth and the current will carry the hook into their gum. At which point you have a fish. And then you vigorously reel it in. This is amusing to me. Because your success in fishing for sockeye is almost dependent on A, your knowledge of the river, and B, how many fish have swum upriver that day. Because you figure there are 2 sides of the river, they're going to pick whichever side they're going to go on. So from what I've seen and what I understand, 30,000 to 100,000 per day during the peak is normal. Yeah. The first several days we were there, the count was between 6,000 and 9,000. Wow. Fish were sparse. That being said, we did see a few people catch them, but our luck was fairly slim. We went fishing for king. King salmon is delicious. One person on our boat caught them. Mm-hmm. But it was still delicious. And then we went on a halibut charter. So I did bring back 20 pounds of halibut.
Did you fly?
Yeah.
How the fuck do you do that?
I'll get there in a moment.
Okay.
It wasn't until the last couple days, like literally the last 2 days of the trip, that the sockeye started coming in any significant number. Yeah. So I managed to pull in 2. I think Berg got a couple. The rest of the people, I think, we got some salmon. Yeah. But it was nowhere near what it could have been had they been running at the time. That being said, I got a basic 48-quart cooler from Walmart, which, however many pounds that is, pound or 2, yeah. And the several pounds of ice packs. The way you prep these fish is you fillet, you clean them, yeah. Fillet them, portion them out, and typically what we do is we vacuum seal them. Yeah.
Did you and thankfully, do that fish process.
Normally when we go up to see the Washington area, yes. But here they had a fish processing area or a fish processing facility. Mm-hmm. Happily paid them the money for it. It was lovely. It did a very nice job. But you give them their fish. They weigh it out for you. They, package it up, vacuum seal it, flash freeze it. So within 24 hours, it is rock solid. Yeah. You pack all of that into a cooler with as many ice packs as you think you need to last your journey. They typically last about 24 hours. And yeah, it was my checked bag on the way home. You take out the weight of the ice packs and all that. The total weight of the checked cooler was about 49 pounds. I now have a freezer full of fish. A good chunk of which is halibut. Yeah. But a good chunk of it is sockeye salmon as well. Yeah. So long story short, the fishing was not as productive as it could have been, but it provided me with ample food. Yeah. I mean, if we had limited out every single day, not only would I have filled my freezer, but I probably would have had to fill several other people's freezers. Which is a good problem to have. Yeah. But anyway, yeah, that was the sum total of my fishing trip there. Cool. Beer, fish, and friends. And a very good bakery up there called The Moose is Loose. Don't ask me why. But it was amazing.
Sliding away from me. There we go.
And amusingly, Zap has found a couple of exemplars of your work, but I won't show them
Okay.
Until you're done.
Alright. I'm about to put on the NASCAR logo. Let me open that up.
There is one standalone and one with Elias.
That's fine. I can work with that. Open. NASCAR. Image. Which one is it? What was the thing? Hey, whatever. I'll just do this.
That's the spirit.
Boink. Whoop. Put it on the wrong cat. There we go. Oh, that's not working the way you wanted it.
So it's been awfully quiet in the chat out there recently. How y'all doing tonight? Any questions, requests, curiosities? Those random, biting, philosophic questions of life.
You need to make your head a little bit bigger. Why didn't it do it? Oh, that's my... Let's see. Whoop.
I mean, let's be real. We are doing this live stream for you. Join us, engage us, ask us questions.
Who is Meow and C-Dot say they're doing good. And Zap says, how many cups of sugar does it take to get to the moon?
I wish I could quote the Goofy movie off the back of my hand, but I'm going to say 12.
I think. Oh, fuck. Disney Trivia Master here, and I can't remember.
If you could remember that, Sarah, you would be the master.
I feel like it... Oh, maybe Hope has it right. 32? I feel like... Oh, shit. How many... Are you looking it up?
Yes. Yes, I am.
Hope says 32. Who is Meow says 7.
God. Volume
36, I'm gonna guess, or something like that.
3.5.
3.5.
3.5.
Okay. Oh, yeah, that's right. 3.5. Oh, that's funny. Okay. There you go. Skid mark. Where's the...
I like it.
Where's the other drawing? Zap.
Oh, hang on.
Save this.
Hey, Zap, link it to her directly. If you still have it open. It'll probably be faster than me ferreting through it.
I think I have links enabled in the chat. I was doing it from memory. Okay, let me look through my photo bucket.
I mean, I can send you one, but let me
you
see.
can send me one?
Yeah, hang on.
Okay.
One sec.
Intermission. Doom, 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 doom. Bye, who is Meow?
Have a good night.
Thanks for coming.
I wish I knew where Skype saved stuff on my...
Oh, yes. C-Dot says Lauren Faust was announced as a special guest at Nightmare Nights Dallas. Too bad I don't live in Dallas anymore. that's cool. God, you're taking too long.
I know. I'm not gonna find it. Give me a sec.
I probably would have found it at this point.
Well, Zap linked it to me. I just trying to find out where it is.
All right, I'm gonna race you. I'm gonna find mine.
Go for it.
Oh, wait. Where's the no? Photo bucket. For more like photo suck it. I'm dumb.
Really?
Yeah. Did you find it?
I did.
Oh shit! I have to log in.
I'll put it in the Skype chat.
You're gonna beat me.
I know.
Alright, I'm not even gonna try anymore.
That's the spirit.
Oh, I think Zap linked to a YouTube video that has art in it, maybe?
There you go.
Oop. Or maybe the YouTube video that... Oh, there it is. Yep, there she is. A little bit different.
She's cleaned up a lot in the years.
Her cutie spot moved.
It's a mirror image. It's fine.
Yeah, she's a little less scraggly. I'll probably make her a little more scraggly when I put this on the iPad.
That being said, if it was a mirror image, the NASCAR logo has a wonderful way of flipping.
Well, let me just move that for right now. I almost kind of like it better over here, though.
Well, you know what? It is your character.
Yeah.
I just haven't seen her in a while, so I wanted to see what you'd do.
Yeah, I'm just gonna leave the cutie mark where it is. But yeah, just gotta make
the
her
cutie
a little
mark,
more...
huh?
It's a cutie spot, whatever you want to call it. Just a few more oil smudges and ruffle up her hair a little more, and it's skid mark.
I like to imagine this is now how she looks before she gets to the track.
Yeah, this is her going into the work, and then the
coming home.
Is her coming home. Funny.
Here you guys go. I believe this is the video.
I'm pretty sure. What other?
Yeah, what other topic would be there?
I probably shouldn't have brought up the fact that he's flipped over before. I'm sorry, Mark. Saw a wave from Mark right there. Flipper saying he's okay. In fact, I think Mark celebrated a little bit.
There's a cat.
He's getting the fans
Come
on their
and see.
feet. And there's a cat!
There it is.
Hey, we heard that there were cats living
There it goes. That's the birth of Skidmark the cat.
Skidmark.
Alright guys, well thank you for joining us. I hope you had fun. Hope you enjoyed watching me draw and chatting. And we'll catch you next month.
Y'all have a good one. Thanks for joining us.